It was a physical game, most physical game that we played that's been allowed to play against us, and all season. And I was told that our team isn't physical enough, so you got to take what you got to take. So I've learned lessons. I tell my players all the time, we don't lose, we win, and we learn. And I certainly know that we've learned a lesson that we're not physical enough, and we're going to go back to the lab and get better.
Questions for Coach Jack?
Coach Jack, what do you think the difference was in this game? Was it just physicality, or was there something else?
Oh, we shot 33s, man. That's not who we are. We're not doing that again. We can't do that. You foul out, but you got to get to the lip of the rim. That's who we are. We had plays for that. We had openings, and we just kind of threw the ball in the air and prayed that it went in. We showed fear for the first time in this season, and I don't know where that came from, but we're going to have to figure that out.
Next question.
Coach, what do you feel like went wrong in the third quarter? You guys had 6 points.
Oh, my gosh. Everything, clearly. The defense, we made the wrong decision on what defense to play. This whole thing starts with me. I got to get better. And I will get better by the next game. And one way I'm going to get better is I'm going to have to be able to know how to start a third quarter. I thought I was pretty good at that, and clearly they showed me that I got to get better, and we will.
You talked about the fear that you saw in your group. At what point did you see that fear? Was it even before the third quarter? And then how do you think that they can respond to that fear going forward?
I'm not going to let you use that against my team. No. I saw that they looked like they didn't believe is more word, but I don't coach kids that's afraid. And so I want to clean that up and take that back. They looked like they just didn't believe that they could make shots, and they took the shots with a hesitation. They drove it with a hesitation. They even shot the free throw with a hesitation. I think we're 3 for 7 from the free throw line. 7. That's how many free throws we took. 7 free throws for the entire game because we were told that we weren't physical enough.
Next question.
Coach, with a player on their side like Busby, who's affecting the game in just all different ways, assists, rebounds, scoring.
Sorry, who?
Let's see, number one.
Okay, great player. Great player. You got a great player.
How do you, I guess, deal with that, maintain that?
Well, we don't have to anymore. See, we don't play them anymore. That's something that the other opponents have to talk about, but she's a great player.
How do you try and build up your team's confidence after a game like this?
Are you from Syracuse?
I am.
Me, how I build up people's confidence?
I know. I know you're a preacher, but how do you
I'm not
how
a
do you
preacher.
build up these
No,
kids?
I don't. I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
I'm not a preacher. I say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I tell these kids they matter, that they're enough, and they can become. And that's what we built this thing on in the last year and a half. And you've been around, man. There's no preaching. This is facts. This is facts. These kids are good. They had a bad damn day. They didn't have a bad life. This is a basketball game, and we all need to do a better job of talking to young people when they have a moment where they're not as good as their opponent. You don't beat them down and say you got to build them up. No, they just had a bad moment. They don't have a bad life, and I love these young ladies. These young ladies are my kids. Like, I can say something tough about them, but nobody else can. You're going to get this back. I'm sorry I'm coming at you like this, but no, I don't preach at my game. I talk to them like we all need to, because they're 17 to 22 years old, and they get it, and they don't get it all the time. That's why I say you learn sometimes. This was a learning lesson, and we'll get better. But we got caught in a buzzsaw today. We just knocked them out of the 25, and they wanted to prove that they better than us, and they did a great job of doing that. Hats off to the great team that's here at North Carolina. We're on our way. But because we lost today, don't mean that we're not still coming. We're still coming.
Any more questions for Coach Jack? Mitch, in the back.
Coach, I have a non-game question. I was wondering if you have any thoughts about the contract agreed to today between the NCAA and ESPN to extend women's basketball rights for the next 8 years.
I think it's amazing. Anytime somebody say that we matter and we're going to put our money towards that, it's going to be great. With our AD, who's been with ESPN for the last 30 years, I know that he left it in good hands. I know that I would assume that they're putting their best foot forward, and is going to give us women absolutely all that they can, because our game is at another level right now, and It's been changed by so many great players. Caitlin Clark and those guys, Angel Reese, stand on the shoulders of people like Candace Parker and Cheryl Swoops, who really fought hard to have people recognize women's basketball, and now they're getting the recognition. I'm so hopeful that this game would be just a game that people say, we got to go to this game. Oh, the women's basketball game, of course. We're getting closer to that. We're not there yet, but we're on our way, and ESPN made a decision to put some money where their mouth is, I guess. I don't understand the whole thing. It just happened today, but it seems like it's a good thing.